going to talk a little bit as I'm driving back in the car. I got the Garmin plugged in. I'm 47 miles to the off-ramp, ETA of 223, 1423. It's a 1337 right now. I've been feeling a little bit better, and that's all in context since I've stopped eating dairy and whey with it. Oats, and tomatoes, and peanuts. The test results I'll have on the 18th. I think I'm going to be in Williams, Arizona, and I'll talk about that in a minute. So I bought some, Jesus Christ, dude. I bought some gluten-friendly celiac, or some, Jesus, dude. Celiac, no gluten. So I bought some celiac-friendly bread when I had the groceries dropped off at the hideout, and, well, I can't say I'm overjoyed and thrilled about it, but, I gave them a try. We're going to find out. If it has to be like this, it just has to be like this, and it's just how it is. So there's also all the other tests. I mean, do I have Crohn's? Do I have something else? $4,000 of testing. I hope I come up with an answer. So I'm waiting on that, and that is going to drive a number of my decisions, travel decisions. Not only right off the get-go here when I find out on the 18th, but am I going to be able to effectively eat if I do not bring KP2 with me? I want to go to Avalon. I want to go to Catalina Island. When I get my results, I'm going to ask on one of the Facebook pages, these are my dietary restrictions. Am I going to be able to eat on the island? If I hear, really no, I can't bring my own stuff over, so, okay, well, that's going to be a problem. I may want to take the train again. I'm thinking about my birthday, which is in December, and then Marie's birthday was 8 days after mine, so hell, I just may go back to Laughlin. We're gonna scatter in Laughlin. I've got everything set up. Charlie and Sissy are gonna stay at Harris in Laughlin. Saturday, Sunday. They're arriving Saturday and they're departing Tuesday. I'm arriving Saturday. I can never get this out right. I'm arriving Saturday and I'm departing Monday. Dude, I have arranged for a dog boarding, and I looked at the reviews. I've got the necessary vaccinations and the proof. So I'm going to drop him off, and he's going to have to get over this, because if I take a train ride, I can't bring him. If I go for a car ride, maybe it's inclement weather or there's really nowhere to camp. I drive down to Avalon. I drive to Long Beach and take the boat over. If I'm down there, maybe I want to stay 3, 4, or 5 days. What do? If I can't eat, then I can't go down. I can't go there. So I thought about that for my birthday, a train ride for my birthday. I still want to fly to Miami and rent a car and drive to Key West. So that's, again, if I end up going to Key West and I can't eat without having absolute control over the prep, then it's going to be KP2, and it's just going to be how it is, and I'm going to be gone for 6 months. This is how it is. So I've thought about a couple of things. I may go for a short a short birthday ride. I want to eat at the Buckhorn in Winters. Haven't eaten there in a while. I tried to eat there a couple years ago on my birthday, and they were closed. I think it was a Monday or Tuesday. Anyway, they weren't open. So, thinking about some things. I gotta say, Interstate 40 between Barstow and damn near all the way to Kingman was an absolute embarrassment. Between Caltrans and ADOT, California and Arizona taxpayers, you are not getting your money's worth. There was a spot on I-40 where I was going 35 miles an hour. The road was so bad. It's like, jeez. Now I got a grant, it's 110 degrees on asphalt. It's hard to keep that up, but you don't keep it, pay me now or pay me later. One of the advertising for maintaining your car said that, or the washer or somebody, pay me now or pay me later. And if you're going to pay later, you're going to pay a hell of a lot more. Terrible, terrible roadway. Oh, hell, I got sidetracked on the rest of the trip. I want to go to Williams because I want to go to the Grand Canyon. I thought about this and I thought, hell, dude, if you're just, if you're going to go back to Kingman and then head back, hell, you got to go to Williams and then, stay 5 days and go to the Grand Canyon. And, I found a place that will board dude right there on the on the RV place. So I thought, oh, man. And then I got to thinking, well, I've never stayed at the El Tovar, which is the historical hotel right on the south rim of the Grand Canyon. The plaintiff and I ate in there once, and we camped there for a week. Actually, I went to look up the camping, and it's not recreation.gov anymore. It's a vendor, and I couldn't get the shit to work. So, and actually, they may not have camping this late in October, so that may be it too. But anyway, I looked at the El Tovar, and it was $551 for one night. And let me tell you, I'm really thinking about it. I thought, this would be a really cool place. Because if I go up for the day, there's a train ride. But if you go up on the train ride, you're tied to the train schedule. Now, the train ride's way cool. I'm not saying it's not. I've seen film, and it is awesome. But for me, and if I need to lie down, what am I going to do? At least here in the truck, I can go to the truck and I can put my head down. So I'm going to really think about the El Tovar. I know $550. I spent almost $10,000 this month on testing. In fact, it's more than that now. Between the testing, the porch, the bed cover. Oh God, there's something else I can't think of off the top of my head, but you get the general gist. But I may never be out here again. It may be a while. I'm here. I've got the time. I've got enough money, Christ's sakes. I'm not rolling in the dough. I'm not rich, but sometimes my ex-father-in-law, King Narcy, said, sometimes you pay the money because it's a gouge, but you're not going to be here again, and you go ahead and do it. And I see that as having a lot of validity. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that yet. I'm gonna kind of mull it over. So that. Now, I think I want to go to Needles for 5 or 6 days. Needles has a Social Security office. You'd be surprised how many places don't. Kingman doesn't. Barstow didn't. So it's like, I got to make an appearance in the office when they open as a walk-in, so I can get my hard copy of my SSA card, so I can send it into a Sarah, so I can start getting the survivor share of my wife's pension and the back pension, which should start in June. I think it's about $1,100 a month. So June, July, August, September, October, November. They screw around December. We're looking at 7 months. $7,000, $8,000. It's, I can use that money. I'm not broke, but it's $8,000 is nothing to sneeze at in my world. Now, depending on how I feel, well, assuming I end up in Needles, I'm going to head back leisurely. I could be back around Halloween. I think I'll be fine with that. I may stop in Barstow again 3-4 days. I may just come home. Well, I may go from Needles to Barstow. It's not that long of a drive, and there's a couple I want to go on the Mother Road. There's a couple of places that I want to stop at. Roy's, Ludlow. There's one more. SEMA, where the restored school is. No, not SEMA. Essex. Goff, sorry. You got to go through the order. It's Amboy. Well, Baghdad's out of order. SEMA, I forget the D. E is Essex. F is Fenner. G is Goffs. H is something, and I got a picture of it. I've seen different maps with different towns' names, but it was like this allegedly, so even if you couldn't read, it was an alphabetical order for the people on the train or the workers, the labor. You remember, when this stuff was built, not everybody knew how to read. So I'm thinking about that. It's all paved, I don't have to screw around. I'd probably get out in Ludlow and just kind of walk. I got about 30 pictures of Ludlow. So I'll go through them, I'll see the duplicates, and then I'll stay in Barstow maybe 2 nights, and then I'll start wandering home. That's kind of what I'm thinking about for now. I think it's a doable plan. Again, if I start feeling incredibly poor, I'll just come home, but I think as I'm managing myself, I'm getting this done. In the opposite lanes, in the eastbound lanes, the CRST tractor trailer has had an unpleasant event, and I'm going to show you just how long the line of stop traffic was. Look at the time here. They're still looking at the time. Look at this guy in this giant Class A towing. Decides he ain't putting up with this bullshit anymore. We're going to see 2 more guys just bolt through the median, and then we're going to see the end of the line of stop traffic. It was 7.8 miles long. Well, for my closing shot, I'm back at camp. I think it's about 2:30 or so. I'm pretty much out of steam. I did have a good day. I saw a lot of what I wanted to see. I want to point out that at Barstow, I woke up one morning with no water pressure. So I go out, and I don't know if I thought the spigot was on, and I undid the hose, and there was water through the there was water through the spigot, and there was water through the hose, and I thought maybe the filter was clogged, but there was water through the filter. I hooked everything back up, and the spigot was on, and I got water. So I thought that was odd. Hold on a second. Dude wanted to come out and sit with me. So he doesn't whimper loud, but he whimpered and I could hear him. I know what he wants. He wants to sit with me. He loves me. I love him too. Boy, I rescued him, and he rescued me, and we're rescuing each other. And we're all right. There's a little bit, 30 seconds more, my dude. I'm going to start calling him dude, the 15-pound mini poodle of terror. So his nickname is going to be Dude MPT for Mini Poodle of Terror. There he is. Oh, God love him. And let me just say that I already feel strongly that he will absolutely give his all to defend me. Don't ask me how I know this. Just know that I know this. God love you, little buddy. So here's your 60 seconds of dude. Well, yesterday I discovered that the 20 amp power was not running the portable AC in my bedroom. So I did exactly what I did in Chiloquin. Now, I paid a lot of money for these adapters at the RV park, but by God, I needed them, and I need them here too. So I plugged the 20 amp into the 30 with the right adapter, and then I put the 30 amp into the 50 again with the right adapter. So I have enough power to run everything, enough amperage to run the main air in here, to run the room air separate, and if I need to run the water heater or the microwave or something, then, you know, I'm not going to blow every fuse and, you know, every breaker in the country. But I noticed also that I didn't have water again. So I got out and I immediately looked at the spigot, and the spigot was off. I turned the spigot on. I undid the hose. I checked the spigot. The spigot was off. So I turned the spigot on, checked water at the spigot, turned the spigot off, hooked the hose back up. Water pressure. Never had problems like this, and it's like 2 days or 2 KOAs in a row, which I found to be kind of interesting. But nevertheless, I like it here. You know, the food delivers here. Oh, there he is. There's my boy making a monster. There you go. They deliver food, and you know, I see how it could be real addicting to make a couple of clicks on an app, and in 40 minutes or so, somebody's bringing you food. Jesus, that's really, really dangerous. So, I've been lackadaisical, and I've been doing this, and I probably shouldn't be. So, anyway, this is your 2+ minute close. This is Fall 24 Extravaganza number 2. This is, as always, your host, Joe, Life with Yosef. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the unyielding and endless support I've received privately, and some public messages too. Thank you for that. So, just know that this is a goddamn struggle. But mine too. And with that, enjoy your day. Peace be with you. And we'll see you for the next one.